And hopefully this recording will work out because I have such a slow upload speed. And sometimes I think things might get kind of broken up here, but we'll see. Anyway, welcome. This is my launching or my debut or whatever, and hoping to do this every Thursday, and just for half an hour or so. Like I said, just a couple of questions from a couple of people, and get some things out there, and maybe spark some interest in different topics, whether it be homeopathy or minerals or natural diet or essential oils or herbs or whatever, some way that they can, you know, get back to or get to some more natural, safe ways of taking care of their horses. So that's kind of like the purpose of this. I like it because it's kind of like a free advertising thing too, in one respect. But anyway, before we start, do either one of you have any questions?
I don't.
No?
I didn't really prepare any because you said you had some. So I thought, okay, she's got some already.
Okay, well, that's cool. I do. Now, let me see. I'm going to look at my notes here. The ones I have are essential oils, actually. There's nothing on behavior or training. But the first one comes from Angela. And she asked, which oils are toxic for horses? And I'm going to share my screen here for this because I have a list of them, I think. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, nuts.
That's a great question, actually. Because I don't know.
Oh, no. Okay, I didn't put that into a slide. So wait a minute, I'm coming back. No, I didn't. But wintergreen is the first one that comes to mind. That's only for topical use. And wintergreen's a great thing to use in place of bute. If you don't want to use not albuterol, phenylbutazone, bute. Okay, you can use 10 drops of wintergreen and a little bit of carrier oil and rub it in the area that needs to be soothed. So whether it's the hooves or the hip or the knees or wherever, but you massage it in gently, and that's pretty much equal. That will give the equality of 1 gram of bute.
Wow.
But even though they'd love to eat it, and most horses, I don't know a horse yet that doesn't go after it and sniff it and want to lick it. You don't want to let them lick it because that's toxic. Excuse me, we don't have it in doTERRA, but I know that other oils put out an arborvitae oil, okay, or thuja. And arborvitae by itself is very toxic to animals, so I'd be real cautious on using that, and I would not advocate using that on horses. Just because of the toxicity of it.
I mixed it though. I've mixed it with when Mary had abscess.
Yeah.
I mixed it with other
Yes.
oils.
Huh?
I mixed it with other oils.
Okay.
And a carrier oil and applied that to her hoof.
How'd it work?
Worked great.
Good.
And the reason why I like the how do you say it? Arborvitae?
Arborvitae.
The reason why I like it is because it hasn't been used in this country. It hasn't been used as an antibacterial.
Yeah.
So there's no germs or bugs that are, what's the word? Yeah, I can't think of the word. Resistant.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That aren't that are resistant to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it was interesting because I remember up north in the wintertime when there was the dead of winter, that the deer would come in and they would eat up my yew plants, they'd eat up my arborvitae, and apparently they're okay with it, but for whatever reason, horses aren't. Now, if you use it in a homeopathic form, that's a whole entirely different thing.
It's thuja, right?
Yes, thuja or thuja, whichever way you choose to pronounce it. Yep, and that's what you use for vaccinosis. That's the number one that comes to mind when I think of somebody saying, my foal has warts all over it. What can I do? Well, did you vaccinate your foal? Well, yeah, of course I did. Well, you might want to give him some Thuya. So that Tammy came in with huge warts all over her. I mean, some of her warts were like the size of a $50 when I first got her at 5 months. And because, of course, coming from northwestern Canada, she was vaccinated up the yin yang. And so I gave her a heavy dose of 10M Thuya, and literally within 3 weeks, they're all gone. Fur's grown back in. She was fine.
Hey, somebody just joined the meeting.
Yeah, Galaxy Grand Prix. Who's that? Hello, hello. Maybe she's not hearing us. Okay, so those are the two that come to mind. Other than that, I can't think of any, to be honest with you. And I would have to do some good research on that. You know, the main thing is to ask your horse if they want it. And if they don't, other than with the wintergreen, which they love because it's that minty flavor and sweet, you know, just don't administer it to them. So that was a good question from Angela. Now I've got Heidi asked 2 questions. Number 1 is what to use for minor scrapes. And hang on just a minute here, because I do have a slide for that. So I'm going to share that slide. Ta-da! Correct-X. And that stuff, if you haven't gotten any or you haven't used it, the stuff is awesome. And I know, Jane, you've used it, and Sharon, I'm sure you've used it.
Oh, I have, and I use it for chapped lips too.
For what?
Chapped lips.
Chapped lips?
Oh, chapped lips, sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's all such neat stuff. I mean, it's got frankincense and helichrysum and melaleuca and cedarwood and lavender. I mean, it's amazing. And I have seen absolutely amazing, unbelievable results with nasty, nasty infected, putrid smelling, oozing infected wounds. I can't say enough of it. So I think right now I probably have 5 tubes of it in the house and in the barn, well, in the barn and the garage. So I don't ever want to be without Correct-X. It's become like, did you guys ever see that movie, My Great Big Fat Greek Wedding? And
Yeah.
the father was running around with the Windex.
Yeah.
My Windex also, I have 2 Windexes. I've got Correct-X and I also have calendula infused oil. So those are my 2. Calendula, if you want some rapid tissue growth and nice and healthy and antibacterial and all that stuff that we're not supposed to say. Calendula makes a great carrier oil. So combine that with Correct-X and you just can't go wrong. So, so that's what I use for minor scrapes. Other things I might use would be maybe some frankincense or maybe even some oregano that's diluted in some coconut oil. Oregano, you want to make sure that you really do dilute it because it's so hot. And then those are pretty much my go-tos. Or I might make a blend with oregano and frankincense and On Guard. Okay, of course, On Guard's always a good oil for that. And maybe some peppermint, and put a few drops in, say, a 2-ounce spray bottle with either water or carrier oil, and maybe 10 drops of each. You want to make sure that you dilute it well. And then you can spray. It's great for hooves. It's great for skin. And the other one I can think of would be lavender. Lavender is, I learned from Dr. Shelton, is the eye spritz. You can mix maybe 10 drops in 2 ounces of water, distilled water, and use it for an eye spritz. And that stuff just works great. So those are the ones that I have on hand that I just, I kind of go into a panic if I don't have them on hand. So have you guys had any, have any others that you would recommend?
No, I will say though that peppermint neat ought to always be the last layer. So if you're gonna put lavender essential oil, let's say, on a scrape, wait a couple of minutes and then put peppermint on it. So it seems to amplify the effect.
Does it?
That's what I understand.
Okay. Yeah, and I haven't gotten that far into my studies because I know there's different oils to put on first, different things, and other oils to put on second. So you layer them rather than blending them. And I haven't learned that yet. So maybe one of these days I will. Let's see. The next question that she had was, oh no, I'm sorry.
Celeste is here. Hi, Celeste.
Hey, Celeste. Can you hear us? I haven't muted anybody, so you guys should be able to talk. Okay, well, somebody else asked what to use for sticky stifles. Okay, and that's a good question because I know there's a lot of horses. In fact, Tammy right now seems to have some stuff going on with her stifle. So it was good for me to look that up. And we've got, let's see, hello, is this going to, there we go, sticky stifle. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So those are the oils that can be used topically on stifles. And of course, with horses, you only want to use 2 drops. I was astounded because I was reading another website somewhere that was talking about the oils, and they're saying, 15 to 20 drops of these oils to mix them all together and put them on with no carrier oil. I'm going, no, 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 no. 1 or 2 drops for full-size horses, and preferably always diluted, just to be on the safe side. So these are some topical ones that you can use. You've got balsam fir, frankincense, helichrysum, lavender, lemongrass, marjoram, peppermint. Again, Sharon, keeping that in mind. Spruce and wintergreen. We had wintergreen all over the pasture up north, and my guys never ate it. It smelled good when they walked on it and crushed the berries. You could smell the wintergreen, but they never tried to eat it. I did because I figured wintergreen gum, heck, you can chew on the wintergreen berries, but I guess I didn't chew on enough to make myself sick, which is probably a good thing, right? But so those are some oils that work with the sticky stifle, and as always, you want to ask your horse, which one. Do muscle testing. Anybody here do muscle testing on their horses to see what product or what oil or whatever they prefer?
No.
No.
You ever tried it?
No, never tried it.
Well, I've tried it, but I try to get to my husband to do it with me, but he's such a goof. He just, I ask him, hold your hand out, and put it on the dog or the horse or whatever, and and then put your other arm out, and I'm going to push it down or whatever, and all of a sudden he's going like this on top of the poor animal. It's like, well, no, that doesn't work, John. That's crazy. So, so those were 3 good or 4 good questions. Let's see. What was this one?
Does Correct-X work if your horse has or your cat has surgery and has stitches?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So when would you start it? As soon as they get back, or
Immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband had a growth taken out of his back, and I started using it as soon as he came home. Because of course the doctor wanted us to use triple antibiotic, and I said, no, we're going to use a Correct-X, and it healed up real nicely. I found out the super benefits of it. One of my ponies got into something, I have no idea what it was, but he had his full winter coat down here. And so, it was about 1.5 inches long and thick and curly. And I mean, the poor guy was miserable with it, but they don't shave or clip. Excuse me. So he'd been out front, and he came in one day and he reeked. It made me gag. He smelled so bad, and I couldn't. I'm looking at him and going, why do you smell so bad? And I'm looking, and finally he flinched away from my hand as I went along his back. And honest to Pete, there was probably a gash in his back, at least 4 to 5 inches long, and this thick, right in the top of his spine. And it was putrid.
Ooh.
That's what smelled. I mean, I could smell him when I wasn't even that close to it. And so I immediately started, I rinsed it out and got it cleaned up, and then put some Correct-X in it. And a week later, nothing there. I mean, it was gone. It was cleaned up. It was still healing. You could see where it was healing. And now there's just nothing but a little teeny tiny scar that you know, unless you would know it was there, you wouldn't even see. So the fur even didn't even change color. You know how horses' fur will come back in white with injury?
Yeah.
No. So.
I had a vet tech once who Mary had a little bit of rain rot and she scraped off one of them.
Oh.
So mad, she should have known better. But anyway, it grew back in white.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say something about helichrysum. Can I?
Okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Helichrysum will stop bleeding. Like if you have a nosebleed.
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
It'll just put some on a Q-tip and stick it up in your nose and it'll stop the bleeding. And it's great for bruising, for bruises. It'll just move the blood along.
Yeah.
So, and of course, for any kind of nerve injury, nerve pain, it works great for that too. That's really one of my favorite oils.
Helichrysum for
Yeah.
nerve pain? No.
Yeah, for
Well, that's
nerve
good
pain.
to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then let me see here. Who asked? Oh, Heidi also asked, is coconut oil the best oil to mix for horses? And she actually asked 3 questions, and I totally skipped over that one. But yeah, I like coconut oil. If you can use it, I don't use the fractionated coconut oil unless I need to put it into a dropper bottle and use it as a liquid. So much as I'll just warm up coconut oil and use it in my hand, straight coconut oil, because it's got so many benefits to it, from being an antifungal, antiseptic, antibacterial. It's like calendula oil. So sometimes I'll even mix the 2 of them, calendula and coconut. But yeah, I like doing the coconut oil. I'm not sure that fractionated coconut oil has the same healing properties as regular coconut oil does. Do you?
And it's not edible.
The fractionated isn't?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it doesn't. I wouldn't want to. Hey, Celeste. Let me see. I got you. I see you. Let me come back to the main screen. I have to figure out how to do that. Hang on. We can't hear you, Celeste, but if you want to go into your chat box, do you see the chat box? Oh, there we go. Celeste found it. She found the chat box. Okay, so can you hear? Well, you must be able to hear me. What's your question, Celeste? Well, until Celeste comes back, we'll just go over quick. Let's see, the last question was, what can be used for a horse calming? Oh, there we go.
She can't hear you, but she has no camera, no mic.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool beans. Do you have a question? I'm glad you're here, Celeste, by the way. Oh, raspberry leaves for calming, for herbals. Good. Okay. For calming, would that go for geldings too? Because I know raspberry has some estrogenic behaviors to it or properties to it. So would that work for geldings too? Okay. Celeste said yes. She's heard yes. Well, can you guys all see the chat too?
I can.
Jane, can you?
I can't for some reason. I can't seem to find it on my screen.
Should be down at the bottom.
Mine's, on my iPad, it's popping up on the right upper.
Right upper.
For my iPad.
Participants?
It's not there now. Oh, there it is.
Oh, here we are. I got it now.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, serenity or balance. And I was going to say lavender and vetiver. Can you see that on the screen? Does that come up automatically when I put that? Or do I have to share screen again? What are you guys seeing?
So, I
Ah,
see
funny.
Celeste.
There.
Oh, I got it now.
Okay.
It's up. I can see it.
So I in fact, I was just telling somebody today, the poor dogs, they haven't gotten back in the car since we moved down here a year ago, or a little over a year ago. Because, you know, they traveled down here 3 days in the car with John and myself and 5 cats and crates in the back of the Xterra. And if we had just gotten back on the road, or we'd been on the road for a little while and we weren't ready to pull over yet, and they started to get restless, I had a spray bottle with lavender and vetiver. So I turn around with this spray bottle and start spraying the heck out of everybody. And zoom, they'd go right out again. It was probably stop share. There we go. I don't know how, it didn't seem to bother the cats. I know you have to be careful with the oils in the cats, but poor dogs have never been back in the car since. So lavender and vetiver worked well as a combination. But
Spikenard.
oh,
and
that's, yeah, okay.
Melissa.
All right. Those two newbies, huh? Well, the ones that we could, when did we get those? We could only get them last month, right?
I don't know. I got Spikenard when I bought the kit for
the convention kit, yeah.
from the convention, and then Melissa I just busted a move and bought when it came out.
Yeah.
Another really nice calming blend is bergamot, vetiver, petitgrain,
Uh-huh.
and ylang ylang.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. And this is being recorded, you guys, so hopefully I'll be able to, as a video and post it up either in YouTube or Vimeo, one or the other. I'll let everybody know, so it'll be up there permanently, so you can refer back. Anyway, so those are the questions that I got. I don't know if you guys have any other questions that you can think of. I figured I'd go back and maybe just go through what the whole health of the whole horse is, because that's how, when Sharon sent me the oils, and they were like the last piece to the jigsaw puzzle that went together with the whole health of the whole horse protocol that I've been working on for 10 years or however more. I mean, they just chinked right in there really nicely. So, but basically the whole health of the whole horse, it covers the diet, it covers health, it covers excuse me, husbandry of the horse, and of course healthcare and preventative healthcare. The immune system, of course, if we feed the immune system, 70% of the immune system lies in the gut. So if we're feeding the horse like a horse should be fed, then we're also feeding the immune system, and that's going to help the horses be strong enough for preventative care to keep them from getting, Oh, Celeste says, okay, black spruce for that cough, Gwen. Thanks, Celeste. I lost my train of thought.
Whole horse, whole health, immune system.
Oh, the immune system, yeah. But if you have an animal or yourself even, or your horse or whatever that needs a little bit of help in balancing the immune system, I recommend the use of transfer factor for life. You can get it on Amazon. I don't sell it. I did sell it, and that's when I ran afoul of the FDA for the first time. So I said, forget it. Yeah. Oh, because I was explaining the immune system and how it worked, but then I went on to talk about horses, and I guess I couldn't talk about the immune system and human supplements and animals on the same page, and this, that, and the other, and I actually got threatened with $10,000 fine or up to 2 years in jail.
Oh God!
So
Wow.
I took that down. Sorry, I'm not messing around with that. So, but anyway,
Nazis, exactly. Now they're going after belladonna. They're going after belladonna in children's medicine, children's teething rings now.
really,
Yeah,
do they have belladonna homeopathic on it or belladonna?
it's
Hey, Regina.
Hi, Regina. It's homeopathic belladonna.
Okay.
It's making them stop with that. That's the second teething product with belladonna in it that Highlands that the FDA is making them stop.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because on one hand, they say, homeopathic does nothing, and on the other hand, they're going to start banning stuff with homeopathics on it.
Right.
Makes no sense. But anyway, hey, Regina.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. We're just actually about to finish up. But as I said,
Yeah, late than never.
I've recorded this, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to put it up on either Vimeo or YouTube, and it will be there. I guess I can go somewhere else to upload it. I don't have to upload it from home. I can put it on a flash drive or something, right? go to the
Mhm.
library and upload it. I'll probably have to do that. But yeah, so you'll be able to go back and review this, Regina. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Oh, nobody has questions.
I have a question.
Okay, what?
What oils are good to use on dry hooves? This is for summertime when we don't have any rain up here, but what's good to moisturize?
Where are you, Jane?
In Connecticut.
Oh, okay. Yeah, coconut oil. What's Celeste say?
History of mathematics.
Coconut oil.
Coconut. Okay, I can use that. I got lots of that.
The organic stuff, you know?
Yep, I got lots of that.
Okay, I just got to notice that our free meeting will end shortly, so we're probably going to wrap it up. But yeah, coconut oil is good. But also remember that moisture and hoof health comes from the inside out.
Mhm.
So we're getting some feedback from Regina. Okay. Oh, she muted herself. Okay. Thanks, Regina. We were getting some feedback and stuff from you. But comes from the inside out. So that's part of the whole health for the whole horse too, is the feed and what we feed our horses. Because that brings out the, right now I have one horse she's trimming herself, but she's probably got an inch of extra hoof wall. Is it separating the white line? No. Is it really chipping off? No. Does it look horrible? Yeah. Is she sound? Yeah. But when I go in to cut it with the nippers, it's going to take me forever because even my nippers can't go through that hoof wall because it's so strong. So it's not breaking off, but it's dry down here too. So this is our dry period of time. And I really just don't do anything other than, I'll overflow the water barrel. And so they have to get into mud to drink water. But other than that, it just all comes from the inside out. But the coconut oil sounds like a good idea too. You just want to be careful you don't clog up because there's a covering on the outside of the hooves, on the hoof wall that protects them from outside environmental insults. Okay, you have your periople at the very top, right underneath the coronary band, but then there's another tissue that grows down with the hoof wall that protects it. So that's a topic that's coming up in Scoop blog next week, is because a lot of farriers will rasp that tissue off, and that's not a good thing.
Also, turmeric golden paste, Jane.
Oh yeah,
What is it?
Turmeric golden paste.
Turmeric. Okay.
yeah.
Golden paste, not just turmeric, but the golden paste. And I'll send you the recipe via PM.
Excuse me.
Great. Thank you, Sharon.
So
'Cause
let's,
it's then great for Mary's. Yeah, that's right. The Frontier brand turmeric and is what I use to make the paste, and it's done great things for Mary's hooves. Great things.
this does a lot
Okay.
for arthritis and other things too. It's amazing. That's a good herb to keep on hand. Are there studies for contraindications referring to the belladonna? Sharon, do you know? Celeste asked.
Are there studies for the contraindications of belladonna?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so, because I don't know that there's any contraindications for homeopathic anything.
Yeah. I don't think there would be.
Well, Celeste, the reason why they don't want it is because it's healing. And it's the same with essential oils.
Yeah.
They don't want us to be healed.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, they put more, anyway, don't get me started.
I'm laughing at Celeste. She goes, Celeste, your barn manager thought you were nuts for asking for mud puddles. There you go. And yeah, the turmeric with the curcumin in it. And since the FDA is getting stupid with it, it interferes with Big Pharma. Yep. That's
Right.
right. All right,
Well,
so I guess that's it for tonight.
They're getting rid of the vitamin C, the IV application of vitamin C,
I saw
which
that.
kills cancer, but they just outlawed that too. So
And you know that vitamin C and magnesium too, the two of them for emergency rooms, for trauma,
Yep.
those are the two things that they'll immediately hook IVs up with,
wow.
especially the magnesium.
Yep. For heart stuff. Yep.
So, okay, well, thank you for being here. I'm psyched. This was fun, and I'm looking forward to more. So, every Thursday, 7 o'clock at night. So come armed with questions.
I'll have some questions next time.
Okay. All right. Thanks,
Thank you,
Celeste.
Linda.
Thanks. Huh?
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you. Sharon,
Thank
thanks for
you.
being co-host, co-administrator, and Regina, I know you're muted, but thanks for showing up. And I'll put the link up to the recording, okay? So I guess that's it. Love you guys. Have a good evening.
Bye.
You
All right,
too.
bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.